The CAGED system. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about the CAGED system. Many YouTubers bash it, others praise it. I think it's an okay system, but you will really be better off by learning your triads. Having said all that, let's get into it. Even though the system has some benefits, it's not a holy grail. In fact, I didn't learn the CAGED system until I was well into my professional career as a player. What I was taught instead was triads, scales, arpeggios, and how to get to know the fretboard really well. I've also found that the CAGED system can bring a lot of confusion to some people, so hopefully this video will make it super clear and easy for you to learn it, understand it, and decide if you want to put it to practice or not. Basically, what the CAGED system is a way for you to navigate and learn the fretboard by only using 5 different open chord shapes. One of the good things about the CAGED system is that beginners will probably already know those chord shapes. So just with that information, they will be able to start getting to know the fretboard a little bit better. The chords that we will be using are C, A, G, E, and D shapes. Hence the name CAGED. Something that I think a lot of beginners fail to understand is that these chord shapes are actually movable. So the open strings is basically as if you were barring or putting a capo on fret 0. So when you move the chord shapes around, the open strings need to move with you as well. To do this, you can either use a capo or you can use your index finger to bar, like this. Also, another thing that people tend to not fully understand is that these big chunky open chords are just different major triad voicings combined. There are 3 notes that form a C major chord: C, E, and G. These 3 notes are just repeated to form the C major chord open voicing. But inside this voicing, we have 3 different major triad shapes. Now, the main concept behind the CAGED system is that if you follow the order of the shapes C, A, G, E, and D, you will be able to find any chord all over the fretboard. Now, let's look at how our open chord shapes look when you're not playing it open, when you're playing it any other fret. So this is your open C chord. If you move them 1 fret higher, it will look like this. Remember, these are movable so you can play it anywhere in the neck. Now your A major chord using open strings look like this. If you move it to any other fret, it will look like this. Your G major chord, if it's open, it will look like this. If you move it to any other fret, it will look like this. Your E major chord using open strings, it would look like this. If you play it in any other fret, it will look like this. And your D major chord, if you play it open, it will look like this. And if you play it in any other fret, it will look like this. Now, something that brings a little bit of confusion to people is like, where do I place the next chord shape? They don't know, is it 2 frets to your right, 3 frets to your right? The rule of thumb is like the farthest note on the chord, that is where your next shape is gonna start. So that is where you're gonna put your bar. This rule of thumb, unfortunately, does not apply when you go from the shapes D to C. In this case, you will position your bar 1 fret before your last note, like this. Now, let's start by finding all of our C chords. The first shape we're going to be using, in fact, is the C shape. From here, we're going to be using our A shape, then our G shape, then our E shape, and last but not least, our D shape. Great, now let's find all of our A major chords. The first shape we're gonna have, you guessed it, is our A shape. From here, we're gonna have the G shape, then our E shape, then our D shape, and our last one is gonna be our C shape. And if you want to play it on the 12th fret again, the A shape, but now barring it, here you go. And that's it, guys. That is the CAGED system. Now, here's a part that confuses a lot of people. This right here, we know is an A major chord, right? But some people fail to understand that when you move it, for example, to the 3rd fret, now it's a C major chord. Once you move it to the 5th fret, now it's a D major chord. To the 7th fret, now it's an E major chord. So we kind of have to do this conversion of chord shape to new chord name, and that tends to bring out a little bit of confusion. But if instead you learn your major triads and you knew, for example, this is C major in 2nd inversion, C major in root position, C major in 1st inversion, and you knew where each of the notes that form the chord are, like for example, 5th, root, 3rd, root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th, root, there will be no confusion. You will know exactly where to move around the neck to find your chords. This way of thinking is way more straightforward, causes no confusion, and you're able to apply it not only for soloing, but also for comping. So don't let people overcomplicate this and confuse you. The CAGED system is just a way for us to organize in what order the chord shapes are gonna appear on the fretboard. That's it, guys. I hope this video was helpful and it brought some clarity to you. Leave it in the comments below if you're team Triads or team CAGED system. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.